So there's just one more thing to adjust about our dependency injection container before we wrap this section up. Let's go back to the code of our container and take a look. So there's a couple things here that seem like they could be done better. So one is this routes. We're relying on a global variable in order to set these. And it kind of seems like this routes is sort of a variable that we should set for our framework. Another possible variable is this UTF-8. Most of the time we'll want to use this character encoding, but sometimes we might not want to. So to make our container more portable, it makes sense to pull these two things out into a parameter inside of our container. So not only does our container hold instances of objects, but it can also hold values. And that's a great place to put settings for your application. So let's do that next. Let's go back to our resource pack directory and open up step 76, container.php, adding properties to our dependency injector. Let's copy this code and paste it over the code in our container.php file and save it. So what we've done here is replace the reference to the routes variable here with routes surrounded by percentage signs. And instead of UTF-8, we have char set with percentage signs. Now these percentage signs just indicate that we are referencing a property of our dependency injector. And the way we set properties or parameters is through the setParameter method here. So we're setting char set to UTF-8, and we're setting routes to the return value from including our app.php file. And again, the way we reference those is routes becomes routes with percentage signs wrapped around them, and char set is char set with percentage signs wrapped around. Now this will change something about our front.php file because we're no longer including that file directly inside of our front.php. So let's take a look at the changes there. We'll go back to our resource pack and open up step 77, and let's copy this code and paste it over the code in our front.php file and save it. If we compare this code with our last front.php file in step 74, I'm going to drag these over to my file comparison tool. You see we've removed this routes equals include here. So now, at this point, all of our configuration is now centralized in our container.php file. I'm going to jump back over to it right here. This is going to make it a lot easier to know where we need to adjust things if we use the same framework for other applications, or if we want to test out a set of different parameters for some of our unit tests.